Support for City Series Baseball is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Welcome here to the University of Akron, as the Ellet Orangemen have called this home for most of the season. But with yesterday's rain out, they'll actually use their home game as the visiting team as the East Dragons come in. They'll play as the home team tonight on their back-to-back matchup. The first one being rained out, the second one they'll flip it, but because East Field was a little damp still with the rain yesterday, they were able to come here to the University of Akron and play on their college field here, which looks pristine. And a beautiful facility here. Dave Schick and Peter George next to me, Joe Bukansky, will not be with us, but his ghost will continue to haunt us as we're here in his alma mater. Joe played here during his college days, and I could see him out there running around, warming up, loving it all. And I'm sure he's upset that unfortunately the primary work-related duties called today with his school district. So he'll take the breather, and they'll bring the other lefty in. Still an Akron Zip, so still a lot of pride sitting up here watching these teams warm up. I'll admit, I think I only watched some intramural games on this field. Not as nice to play as Joe did, but certainly a great facility here as you see the new buildings as Peter looked out through the outfield that the university has provided for its students, and a beautiful surrounding on what could have been a beautiful day, but it's going to be a little rainy, a little wet, very windy, as you'll notice in our broadcast here as well as all of our interviews. So Ellet comes up first in a pop fly ball right in front of us, and he'll come out and grab it. Does Shaver. Lamonte Shaver, the catcher, coming out for it, and the first out already on the fly for Khalid Shrim as he led things off and gets the first out. Next batter up, Jacob Klein, as I was getting to it, took a crack at the first swing. And this one he'll get some height on it, goes into the gap, makes good ground and gets the grab, goes down on the turf. But an excellent job as he came around, and that's going to be Somerville. Somerville comes over to get it. That's the second out. But a beautiful grab by him to go get it. Didn't quite look like it was going to go down as he gets his first strike here. On the mound for the Dragons is going to be Zerbuck. Drew Zerbuck gets the second one to go and gets again defensive help, and they'll give him the out. And a quick 3 in and out of this inning for the Dragons as they will come up to bat as the home team here from the University of Akron. 0-0 your score. As we start the bottom of the first here, the East Dragons come on up to start their lineup. It is going to be number 41, Michael Grimmett. Number 2, Kobe Jones. Number 3, Trey Kapaka. Gets a little bit of a a fly ball off to the right and foul. We're going to have to watch ourselves, Peter. We're kind of a little different vantage point, but I'm used to just sitting back, not worrying about any balls. We're in foul ball territory here. So the Dragons supposed to have a home game, but weren't able to to play it because of the rain, and now they get to squeeze this game in. Team that's been kind of up and down so far. That one's for a strike. And he's got 2 strikes on him with that foul ball, and it's going to be 2-2. Pitching for Ellet is going to be Griffin Malik. Malik shakes it off and delivers a little blooper as he goes up to get it, comes up, throws the first with the cannon, and he gets him for the first out. So a little more patient at the plate are the Dragons on their first one, but still gets retired. Kobe Jones up, the center fielder. And talking with the managers before this game, one of their coldest ball games that they've had, and you saw it there as Malik's pitch kind of goes out of his hand. Now, most of the games that they've been able to play have been warmer weather than we've seen today. Sitting at about 46. That one goes in though, so it's going to be 1-1. About 46 degrees and a pretty steady 15-mile-an-hour breeze. Second strike there coming in from the outfield. It's going to make it hard to hit anything. And we saw that in the first inning, a great hit into the gap, but the wind will just slow it down, and it was able to be caught. That one outside makes it 2-2. Tosses that one outside and pulls this count up. He's gone to the away, and he's gone towards them, both of them low. This one up in the zone gets him to strike, and that'll be his second out that he gets on the strikeout. Now up's going to be Trey Kaka. Malik delivers this one again outside. 1-0. That one off the bat for strike one. And when you look at this field, not only do you have the size to try and, get the ball out, certainly not a ton of home runs being hit within the City Series, but you got a large fence outside, but really the main part that we're seeing, that one's inside for ball 2, is that the backstop is so far back that if a ball gets past him on a wild pitch, it's easily going to be a base, and there's going to be a good amount of time in which it's going to take him to go back and get it. Now he's 3-1 on Trey, trying to close him out here in the first inning. Malik delivers this one. That one tipped right off and fouled behind. He was eyeing in on that fastball coming across the plate, but could not catch up with it. Fulls the count up at 3-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Dragons, an up and down team, certainly would like to get a hit here to bring up the next batter. Malik looking to get him out. This one lofted up. Oh, that's what I thought. Ball 4, and he gets the walk. He made me look at my sheet, Peter. I thought I had ball 4. Oh, I was incorrect. Yeah, ball 4 too. What do I know? I had a ball 4. Huh? He must have had one. I don't know what he had. Well, 3-2 now on the replay. Gives him another chance And he goes low again and can't get him to go after it. So whether he had the right amount of balls or an extra one, same outcome, and it's going to be a walk. This guy. Drops the ball coming to first as Malik tries to bring back Keika back on the bag. Didn't take a huge jump off of it. Does it again and gets it back. That one looked closer than the first one as he was still kind of getting his position. And he comes across quick to throw back to the bag the second time. Now he starts with a new batter. It's going to be Jacob Fitzkulik. He's going to be there in the fourth spot, the first baseman. Fouls that one off. A little harder to see the umpire's signals. He's got gloves on too because it is cold. Ball gets thrown away and he'll move from one to the other as he throws to the bag, but it's not caught by his first baseman. Intended target was Garrett Haverstick. Haverstick not able to hold on to it. Hold on. Maybe he switched the lineup on me. Haverstick I have as 13. Let's just double check. Huh. Well, he's got. I'm going to go with Haverstick. He's on the lineup card, and he gets him to strike out. And that'll do for the inning here as the first inning is over. 3 outs are down. No scores on the board. 0-0 here going into the second. Perfect. Here in the top of the second, Haverstick up from the peanut gallery. Some help behind me. Haverstick at first. His 3 just looks a little smaller. Lobs that one in, gets a strike on him. That one was going at a different speed, and it was a slower one. That one high goes to 2-2. Yeah, it's not a lot of speed on it, but it's going through the strike zone, and Haverstick takes a look at it. And now he evens things up in the count. He'll go after that one, and he fouls it off, stays at 2 strikes here to lead off the second. And kind of a 1-2-3 inning there in the first. Certainly not how the Orangemen wanted to go about it, get someone on base. As this team able to hit the baseball pretty well. Goes back to off speed, goes outside, fulls the count up. That one fouled back as well, stays at 2 strikes. Well, that one goes into the track. One part of the facilities here at the glorious University of Akron that this alumni used quite often was the track over there. Ball goes into the infield, scooped up. It's going to be a high throw and not able to collect it. Haverstick's going to go to second. On the throw, it's going to be an error on the third baseman. Sorry, on the shortstop. He came in to get that right. Yeah. No, third baseman came in. So an E5 to get him to second. gets him on base, and that'll bring up Matt Cody. Cameron Brake is also going to get up this inning, as well as Dave Lupo. They check in with him on second, and he'll continue to work on it, does Zubak. Able to talk with the coaches a little bit before the game. They're a little more relaxed here. This one goes into the shortstop, comes across that one, brings him off the bag again. There's some contact at the bag, as he took a bit of a hit there coming across, as Cody laid into him a little bit, but still able to get him out. He goes into the 6-3, advances the runner though. That one popped up high into the clouds, doesn't make it tough, goes into the foul territory, but cannot hold on to it, as Vang tried to go out and get it. And you could tell it went up into those clouds, and it was tough to find coming back down. Cameron Brake continues his at bat here though, with a man on third. That one low and stays right on the turf. Here's had a chance to talk with the manager from East. This is what he had to say about his starting pitcher today. Can you tell me a little bit about your starting pitcher and what he brings to the mound, what strengths he has today?
It's Drew Zerbuck, and changes speeds, has a little movement on his ball. Hopefully we can get 5 innings out of him today.
So short but sweet talking with him, as he gets him to fly out. And this brings up Lupo. So 2 outs, man on third, bounces this one in, and he's able to keep it in front of him. Keeps the runner at third as they were ready for him to run. And if it had come a little closer to the warning track over here, he might have gone for it. But a little surprised that he bounced it coming in here in the second inning. Lupo not trying to be the third batter, sent back to the dugout, and he gets a nice hit on it, and it's going to go, unfortunately, right into the outfielder's hands. And they keep the man in scoring position where he's at. Keeps the score 0-0 going into the bottom of the second. So back here to the bottom of the second as he fouls that one off. Lamonte Shaver, Karan Somerville, and Avier Jackson here up for the Dragons. Steve Cody on that last hit. Correction from his brother Matt. That one goes into the hands of the shortstop and gets the first out here. Had a chance to talk with coach of Ellet as well to see what his starting pitcher brings to the mound. And this is what he had to say.
Coach, tell me a little bit about your starting pitcher today, what strengths he brings to the mound, and what you like out of him.
Well, this is Griffin Malik. He's a second-year starter. Last year, he had a real good sophomore season for a young kid. Got some big wins in non-league games. And then, he's been probably our most effective starter so far. He's got a good fastball, got a good breaking ball. He's usually around the plate. He's got a couple mechanical things he's still working out, but for a hard thrower kid, he actually is around the plate quite a bit, and we rely on him a lot.
Well, you could hear the wind an issue during interviews as well, but all good information from the Ellet coach as he gets another strike. As Malik, a hard thrower, as coach said, working on a lot of things, but has been doing well here. Patience here at the plate. 2-2. Somerville grounds this one. Shortstop grabs it, gets him out. 2 outs here in the inning. These teams playing even as the score shows, but a good amount of defense and pitching going on in what is kind of a tough day to hit overall with the wind and the cold. Usually gives a bit of advantage to the pitching. Malik throws this one in for the strike. Grounds this one, he'll come and get it, and he'll throw to first, and that'll do it here for the second inning as we stay scoreless here from the University of Akron. Ellet 0 and East 0. Up here for the top of the third is going to be Matthew Edwards, Tyler Westron, and Khalib Scram again. Edwards the first one up, and that off-speed pitch gets right down the center and gets him a base hit. So starts this inning off with a runner on first. And begins to put a little pressure here on Zubak as he starts this inning off with a man behind him on the back. That one very high out of the strike zone, probably about head level. The off-speed one not able to stay down, coming out of his hand here. Great hit, goes right over the third baseman, and that'll be his second base hit here in this inning. And a beautiful drive there by Westron. Just kind of looped it over the third baseman, gets on base, and advances the runner now. Now 2 hits, two batters, 2 hits here in the third. And now this lineup, we'll get to see him again as Schramm comes up. And he takes ball 1. Now there's some talking coming from the dugout behind the Dragons out to the field. As pressure has mounted here a little bit, gets the bunt down. He'll come over to it, advances the runner, and we're going to be close to the bag. He can't get it. Ball gets away from him, and that'll bring the runner to third and second, and 1 man home off the error. And on the error is going to be Zubak. That one goes foul and out. So Jacob Klein now up to bat. Gets a piece of this one again, almost the exact same spot. So the good news is the ball person only has to go out once to the same area and he can pick up 2 balls. Klein hacking away at this one, and he'll go the other route. Almost hit that blue emergency telephone over there. That could have raised some excitement here on campus. Had one of those go off. Klein's got 2 strikes. That one will go over his head though. Now it's going to be 1 and 2. Drew looking to right the ship here. He's got to get out of this inning now. That one bounces in, 2 and 2. He delivers it. That one fouled back again. Klein tries to go over the third baseman again. It was a great hit previously by Westrom at the top of this order. And that's why he's on second. But can't get it to stay fair. And he's fouled back 5 so far. He's making them work. That one he connects to it. Going into the outfield, looking to tag. There they do. And trying to go to third and grab him there. He's going to be too late though. So on the sacrifice fly, he gets the RBI and brings in Westrom. So up now, Joe Williams. He looks at the first one and goes after it. It's going to be caught again. They'll tag, play at the plate. Comes in, but can't grab it in there. And SRAM also scores. 2 sac flies back to back with guys on third. And he went after that one on the first one now. Haverstick up. Well, Haverstick, unfortunately, you don't get the option of the sacrifice fly for an RBI. Now you got to hit to get on. 2 outs now in the inning. Three runs so far in this inning, given up. That one fouled third base side. That one's going to be a ball. One and one now. That one goes just past the first baseman and then through the hole. And a great hit as Haversick slides one through. That'll be a single for him. But he keeps the inning alive. Running after it was Xavier Jackson. Hold on. No. Wrong number. That's a 9. Great hit over the third baseman. And he's going to hold at third, but he gets a double out of it. A great hit by Steve Cody. So 2 outs, and they're able to score again. First baseman was Jacob Pizikakis. That one bounced and goes to the backstop, and that wild pitch will bring that other run home. Got another man at third. Wild pitch gets a man on third, and now Cameron Brake at the plate trying to get another hit. That one goes right to him, and that'll do it here, but they get 4 runs in the inning. Had to end eventually, I guess. And that'll do it for the top of the third here as they get 4 runs on here in the 4th inning, take the 4-0 lead over East. Bottom of the third here, and the Dragons have got to come alive. Giving up 4 runs in the top of this inning. I'm sure they're ready to put a bat in their hand and try and start chiseling that away. Malik, though, dealing to start. Up now is Desmond Vang, as well as Garrett Swain, and then Michael Grimmeth will be up at the top of the order. He's got 2 strikes on him so far. That's not how you want to start. Malik comes out pumped after getting a lead. His team swinging hard. That'll be 1 and 2. I'm sorry. That'll be 3. Shows what. I didn't see that signal. I must have looked too early. First out in the inning. That'll bring up Garrett Swain, the DH. Ball in and out of the glove. Back to the pitcher, though. Ball 1. And to think, Peter, there was a time that we didn't have windscreens. Man, you can still hear it, and that's with a nice windscreen on there. Yeah, he's got a little delay on it. I gotta wait for that delay. 2 strikes now. I called the first one a ball, and then he came out with the strike. That one low. Got him. Going over. So 2 outs now, and Grimmeth, top of the order now, gets to kind of come back around. He went into the 1-3 on his first time. Didn't get a lot on it to the pitcher's mound. Now having some time to look at him. Hopefully he fares better here the second time. It certainly looked like it. I was going to say, I'm a heck of a forecaster if he had that great of a hit with the first pitch here in the third. But just goes foul. Not by much, though. Not by much. Well, it would be hard to hit anything high right now. That wind would just make everything a fly ball, even if you get a good hit on it like that one. Once it gets above that wall, which is a big one out there, there's a good breeze about 20, 25 feet up. You can see the tops of the trees moving pretty well. Fouls that one again. His teammates give him a little bit of trouble from the dugout, screaming, "Why do you always hit the ball onto the plate?" Gave a little bit of a shrug, looking to get back in this one. 1-2 here with 2 outs. Goes off speed, and they're saying he got a piece of it. He reached for that one, though. It was high, as it looked like Malik tried to do something a little bit off speed to try and get him off his cadence. That one high near his head. He ducks out of harm's way. I think he said it was 2-2. We'll see. I couldn't see if that third finger was up. And they get him there anyway. And that'll do it there in the third, as they're not able to get anything off of there. So they go down 4 runs in the third, not able to get any back. We go into the fourth right here on APS 15. Top of the fourth here from the University of Akron, Dave Schick and Peter George and the ghost of Joe Pacansky. He's not here, but he's haunting us, I swear. It's a cold day here at the University of Akron, and that's a great hit to start the inning off. It's going to go back. It is over his head. Fantastic hit, as Dave Lupo is going to have a double out of that one. Just crushed it over his head for a double to start the inning off. Had a chance to talk with the Ellet coach about their last broadcast that they had with us with Firestone.
Tell me a little bit about, I know last our broadcast you were against
Oh, that's what happens when you hit it with your finger on accident. Hold on, Peter. Good intentions, good intention.
He's got a couple of mechanical things he's still working out, but for a hard thrower kid, he honestly is around the plate quite a bit. And we didn't score the runs we did the day before, and they did.
against Firestone. Tell me what you liked and what you didn't like out of that game.
Well, obviously we didn't score the runs we did the day before, and they did. It was a close ball game for 4 innings. In the 5th inning, they opened it up and got some key hits with some runners on base, and then we did not get some key hits with runners on base, and so that obviously became the difference. But they're a good ball club. They had us, James, the pitcher, had us off balance. He's a nice pitcher. He throws well. He's around the plate. He doesn't hurt himself, and he can do some really good things for Firestone. So, and if we both get lucky enough to get into the championship game against each other, that'll be a fun game that day.
So nice little interview there about the Firestone Falcons game that they played against. And while we were listening a little bit, a lot of action here. 2 outs. As he gets his second out, going fly to the first baseman, fly to right field. And this one, a very nice hit into the outfield, and he'll score from second and get another double. So 2 doubles in the inning. And just like that, Schramm, another big hit. And he brings home David Lupo, who had a fantastic hit, probably close to the wall type power. Up now is Jacob Klein, as Schramm goes for the stolen base and is able to get it. So he's now on third. Still has 2 outs in the inning, so we can't get the sacrifice, but certainly if that ball's in play, now you're going to have someone running for the bag. Lofts that one in, kind of moved in a little bit. Like he was trying to get hit. There's a little smile. I was on top of that. Klein trying to dance his way to first. Not able to get it. That one outside. certainly going to be a cool day here. And nothing better than getting something warm to drink after this. Not sure I'm going to do maybe a hot cocoa from McDonald's just on the other way, Peter. Something on your hands, you know? Oh, you got gloves on. Some of us have to write and touch their iPhone for interviews. That one's going to be a walk. So now that's going to bring up Joe Williams, one of my favorite basketball players. And now he's going to come to the bag, and no surprise there, they'll let Klein take second on the stolen base. So you got 2 outs. Man, on second and third, you need to get this out for the Dragons. That one's going to be low. That one high again. I think we're at 3-0 right now. Yep. So he's behind this one, looking to load it up. Nope, Joe's going to take a swing at it. He'll get a base hit. It goes into the outfield, and he gets the RBI. He'll hold on third base. Schramm scores, but Klein will hold. And again, the doubles is what they've got. The third double they've had in this inning. And now they've got 3 runs in the inning. No. Sorry, 2 runs in the inning. No. Yeah. Just two. He's still on third. Klein on third, Williams on second. And Haverstick here on the plate. He's already got 1 strike with the foul. But very good hitting. As you have 3 doubles here in the 4th. They put 4 on in the 3rd inning. 2 here and 1 hit away from really opening it up. There's no doubt this Ellet team can hit. But this time without the chance, he won't be able to hit. They'll load him up. They got Klein on third, Williams on second, Haverstick on first. And that brings up Steve Cody, who drilled it and started the fun in the 3rd inning. Wasn't able to score, but certainly a very nice double. That ball gets away. Wild pitch will get a run in. And that does open up first, and not how you want to do it, but it certainly opens up first. Moves everybody forward. Wild pitches all the way around. And Steve Cody now has a space to go to. He would have rather had an extra RBI to try and hit in. Gets the strike there. The stat sheet almost blew away, Peter. It's a little windy up here. Second ball. I don't know if it's this windy on the field. You can just feel because you're a little bit above everything up here. Calls him off, looks to go to first, throws hard and not in time. Drops the ball, looking to go home, bounces that one in, it's safe! A play at the plate, not able to get it is Shaver. He looked close, but that slide was very well executed. So he gets the RBI as the fielder's choice. He comes after him there, but he gets it. And Cody comes on as he was able to beat him out. Oh, and a great catch out in the outfield. And you had a great play at the plate. They're saying it bounced, so he stays there. He goes to second. So not able to haul it in. He gets 2 out of that. Leaves that man at home. Or leaves him at third, I should say. And now right back up is David Lupo. And they're going to have a talk with him. And they're going to check on his player. He went hard diving out there. They're saying it bounced. It looked pretty good from here. Certainly fantastic effort by the Dragon, but he's still a little shaken up out there, and he came down kind of on his chest. And he just might want a second to get his breath again. A man on second, a man on third. It's been a scoring inning here. They've got 5 in the inning and 9 overall. So he appears to be okay. We'll get back at it. Now this man is who started off the inning, David Lupo, with a blast into the outfield. And now he tries to go to center. This one loops in and stays right there on the grass. They have 1 score in, and there's the second one. 2 RBIs for Lupo. Oops. So Cody scores, and Brake scores. And it's a 7-run inning. This one hit again right up into center. A great job by Edwards. Keep things going, and Lupo goes to second. No one warming up or anything, Peter. We're just gonna ride this one out. He's got. Oh, that one's coming at us, Peter, right over our head. And right into the soccer stadium. Yeah, I'll let that one fly because I don't think they can go in and get it. We'll take a look. Nope. Yeah, they're going to let it fly there. In the land of football. That one outside. Well, Peter said it was getting a little lighter, but it feels like it's getting colder. I'll tell you that. Or maybe it's just a prolonged time of the elements out here. You lose that little, or maybe it's that 80-degree day we had a couple of those to spoil us here. That went off. Man on second and first. They've been at 2 outs for what seems like forever. They just keep getting doubles and good hits. There's the strike. And Western. Oh, that one's over his head. That's definitely a ball. 2-1 now. 2 outs. And I'll tell you, Zubak wants this inning to end as soon as possible, and he's not helping his chances, as I had my numbers wrong. 3 balls, that makes 4. So now he gets on base with the walk. And we're loaded right back up, Peter. Load him up. Loaded up for the top of the order. Schramm back up. Bounces this one in again. He gives a signal to hold. We've batted all the way around the order and then some. And, I mean, if you think about it, last time Schramm was up 2 outs, and he was the one to kind of get a good hit to get things going. And the batters don't get worse after him, so each time you want to get him out. Schramm now 2 outs, bases loaded. And he's going to give some contact going into the outfield, eyes it up, and then finally seals the inning off. And it couldn't come fast enough for him as they get 7 in the inning, and they go up 11-0 here as we go in to the bottom of the 4th. Here to start off the bottom of the 2nd, you'll have Kobe Jones, Trey Keka, and Jacob Fiskulix. Talked with their coach before the game about, you know, kind of that one player that's kind of stood out so far to him this season.
Today. And then tell me a little bit about maybe one of the players on your team that's kind of stood out in this year with his progression.
Well, that would be Michael Grimmett, our shortstop. He's a sophomore. He was second team All-City last year, but, you know, he's really become a leader in the clubhouse, and, you know, he's picked things up with his bat. He pitches, plays short, you know, a lot of key spots for us. So, you know, that would be kind of a guy I would pick as somebody that, you know, really stands out.
As he gets the pop-up going over the dugout off the roof into the brickwork over here. As they come back to find it. Everything around the baseball diamond, it's gotta be sturdy. What happened to our press? We got a press box right there, Peter. What? Come on. Oh, so he can't open the press box for us. I see. He's battled at this at bat. Swung hard on that one for strike 3 though, as Kobe Jones goes down. First out. So Keka is up. Their first baseman. That one off the bag. I just noticed the what is that? Sumacare. Yeah, that's a nice little advertising there on InfoCision Stadium. That's well, the press box has a name. What's the press box called? I don't know. Well, it's where there's classrooms in there also, but they have a nice sign up there for #1 in orthopedic care. Off the hands of Malik. He turns trying to make the play, and he's not going to be able to hold on to it. He gets hustle and gets to the bag first. Great hustle by Keka to get on first. Just ran that one out. Just kind of an odd spot. Second baseman was back a little bit. Now he tries to get him off the bag, and he wisely gets back in time. Up to bat now is going to be Jacob Fiskulix. He looks at that strike. Last time Fiskulix up, he struck out. That was in the first inning. Trying to throw a little too hard. Ball gets away from him. And Keka will go to second. Lets him get to second now. Sometimes that arm can get you in trouble, and you saw it there as he went a little too hard at him. Gets the out at first. So we got a man on third, first time really getting someone in scoring position. Let's see here. Yeah, that's their first hit was the one that Keika had. So you've got one out. I'm sorry, you got two outs. But you got your first man on base on third. So, oh, and that one gets away from him, but not far enough that he can get home. I don't know. I might have been a little more aggressive. Try for the play at the plate. He would have had to run back, collect it, and then throw further away. But I'd take the run if I could take a run off the top of his helmet. I was saying it's off the bat. That looked like it was the top of the helmet. Yeah, it looked like the top of the helmet. They're saying the bat, maybe the bat came around first from our angle. Because you wouldn't want to get somebody on base. They're saying he fouled it back, maybe the back of the bat, but it looked helmet first. That one goes off the bag, off the plate, and they'll get a run. So the only hit of the ball game does what it's supposed to and gets one run. A wild pitch allows them to score. Shaver still whittling away. RBI is gone. Shaver's a little disappointed, but he's still got this bat to go. He gives a hard throw of the bat and takes his walk. Now he's on first. That'll bring up Karan Somerville. That one for a strike. And just like the Orangemen, the Dragons able to get a run with two outs. However it comes, you take it. Went high heater on that one, and Somerville tried to make contact but couldn't catch up to it. He's got a cannon to throw. Still using it here in the later innings. That one low and away. You never put your headset on, Peter. Of course, you haven't talked that much without a headset. It'd be like, that's out of there as he looks at that one go. And that, another strikeout for Malik, and that'll be his 6th one here in the game, and they continue to lead this one 11-1. Welcome back here to the top of the 5th as the Orangemen still have that 10-run lead, and they're going to continue to see a guy that gave up some hits as he looks like he's going to give up one here to start it off, and he does. As Klein, a hit right up the middle to start the inning on the first pitch here. And Zubuk, he's going to be seeing orange for a while because they've been hitting him well here these last 2 innings. Klein, Williams, and Haverstick up. Cody will be up as well with that hit. This one down the left field line. I had a chance to talk with the manager here for the Orangemen about their new digs here and what it means to their team, and we'll get that.
Tell me a little bit about how your team's taken playing here at the University of Akron, not really having a home field. Tell me how your team's kind of taken it and what it kind of means to them this year.
Yeah, it was a godsend. We obviously looked at last year knowing we were going to lose our field, knowing that they were going to build the school and we were going to be sort of searching for a field. And then it came around that some people helped us out to get Akron U, and it's just been really good. to be able to come down and have the field ready has been even an additional thing that we're paying a few extra bucks for, but it's really a great situation. We kind of look at it as a home field now, because we'll play this game, we'll play our tournament game next week on it, and we'll finish up with our regular season games here. And it's actually been good for the city, because this is the third city team that's able to play their home game here too, because their field was too wet.
So great insight there from the coach about their home digs here, and you saw a great hit, certainly, by the Orangemen as they get 2 additional runs in, and that one is going to be too late for there to get that out. So Haverstick gets on base, but Joe Williams with a triple clears a Klein, and he comes in to score. And he just, probably not the farthest ball that we had hit, but because he tried to make a play on it and dove and missed it, he had a little extra time to get around the bags. Opens this thing back up to an 11-run lead. And they have hit well now against Zubuk since about the 3rd inning, when they started getting 4 runs and then 7 there in the 4th. Now they got one here in the 5th. Also had a chance to talk to Ellet coach about, kind of his team and some of the players that he has.
A bit about some insight on your team, some of the guys that you have on there and kind of their character and what it means to you having them on your team.
Well, it starts from the seniors. We have 9 really quality seniors, 9 returning seniors, and a 10th senior who came out for the first time. They're not loaded with pitching in that senior class, but they do have a good deal of hitting from Garrett Haverstick, who basically him and Jacob Klein last year led us in hitting. They're back as 2 potent guys at the top of the order. We have the idea of having Joe Williams at 3rd base, and he's also a pitcher, but he's a really clutch hitter for us. And we have Steve Cody and Matt Cody, both really established players. Steve has been really hitting the ball well, and Matt's a fine pitcher. He had Firestone on the ropes going in that 5th inning and just got unlucky enough to have a hit or 2 work against him with some runners on. But I think overall we've been real strong throughout the lineup, and we're hoping for better weather in the May, and here we are May 2nd, and it's as cold as any game we've had in April.
That was the coach of Firestone there telling us a little bit about their season. We've had a pitching change here on the field as Aver Jackson comes in to relieve Zubuk, who went, let's see here, 5 innings. So he went 5 innings and gave up 11 runs. Sorry, 12 runs. So that'll be tough for him. We'll let him continue warming up here. We'll take a break as he's ready to start the rest of the inning here in the 5th from the University of Akron. It looks like he's coming up right now, so we don't even need to pause. See, when you have the interview, see, I'm a master of wasting time. Or filling time, not wasting time. Up to bat for the Orangemen is going to be Cameron Brake. And we've seen seen this pitcher in the past. And still learning the trade. That one across the plate for a strike and a foul. Good hit into the gap as he gets a single, and that'll allow 2 more people to score. So Haverstick and Williams, they score. Steve Cody still out on third. And Cameron Brake gets a single off that one. That'll bring up Dave Lupo, I believe. Nope. Doesn't look like Dave Lupo. What do you think, Peter? No. Ah, thank you. Pitcher Griffin Malik is on a hit. See? This happens when your Malik's going to hit number 7. Happens when you're looking at 10 other things. So Malik in to hit now. And you can see why. Wanted to get his hand on the bat, flies out to center. They come back, but he's going to get the sacrifice RBI. And I would say he would take it. I'll take the RBI. Brings in Cody. .15 runs in the game today. It's a high-scoring ball game. Certainly not on the desires of the Dragons as they give another hit here. That'll move Brake to second. And Edwards gets the hit. That one a ball. Wind is coming in. Western. That one gets bounced in. Ball 2. He's got a man at second and first. And the top of the batting order following this one up. Certainly not in another avenue you want to go on. Oh, through the heart of the lineup again. Oh, fantastic. That one away. This is the part of the season that you freeze your butt off, and then we'll have one that'll be in the 80s with shorts and a t-shirt and suntan lotion and the necessary hat. This one, maybe a knit hat, winter jacket. I think I got a dress shirt, a long sleeve t-shirt, a hooded sweatshirt, and then the winter jacket. That one's going to loop up. He had to run after it. That wind took that one. And he turned funny trying to go after it, and he's still down. I'm not sure. That looks like an ankle. Yeah, you'll have that with the wet field conditions. So that'll move a break to third. It'll put Edwards on second. And it'll put Western on first. We'll take a break while they review the player's health. We'll be back when the play resumes. All right, so once they get things figured out, Trey Keika is going to come out, and they're going to put Jeans Sarley in. It looked like he had turned an ankle when he went back for that ball. And he gets the ball hit right to him. Come off the bench warm. Collects it in, but that base hit will give Schramm an RBI. That'll bring up Jacob Klein. So incoming is break. And Schramm with a little hit here. And this is hitting around the order again. Klein started off this inning. That one high. Well, it's probably going to be a shorter game here, Peter, but it's not looking that way with the amount of hitting we have going on. Right down the third base line. Oof. I didn't have it looked fair from up here, but I'm not sure if our angle skewed our vision a little bit. A little help with the score too, could have skewed the vision a little bit. That one goes low. And he'll take the RBI by walking his way there. I got on base. So let's see, that'll bring in Edwards and move everybody up one. And that'll bring up Joe Williams. Yes, he's coming up to bat. Joe Williams on the day. He's got a walk, flew out in the first, sac fly in the third, walked in the third, got a hit in the fifth. And that one's going to be a hit as well, and Joe gets his second hit here in the ball game. RBI as well, gets the first base. And that'll bring Westron home for another score. So 7 now in the inning, so back-to-back 7-run innings. And it makes it a doozy. We're talking football scores now, as they've got 18. And first strike we've seen in a while to Haverstick. That is not Haverstick. All right. As he's going to get a fly out. He's going to tag. Throw is very high but short. So gets the out, and that one was to Nathan Engelhart. But another run scores as Schramm comes in. 8 here in the inning. I'm not sure what out we have. Let's see. I got one. That's our second out. We got the sack fly earlier. And now we're on 2 outs. Foul ball. Oh. Hands are cold, Peter. The hands are cold. Between the pen and the interviews, there's no gloves. Tough like these baseball players out here. Goes into short, can't scoop it though, hits the feet of the coach. And that'll hold him there. Everybody moves over with the Steve Cody hit. All right. On the hit. I'm not even keeping up that quick. Cameron break, I believe, on the hit. No. No. We're getting a lot of different people in here. I'm trying to catch up. Andrew Borden Kircher. Borden Kircher. Hits again up high and a fly into center as Malik, he got the sack fly earlier and now he ends the inning with the 3rd out there. And that'll do it for us. As a doozy of an inning, you could say, as they've got 20 to 1 here for the University of Akron. So we got half an inning left here, and it'll be a cold one. That one we do know. We'll be back right after this. Bottom of the 5th here, University of Akron, the Ellet Orangemen all over this one, 20 to 1, as they have the final half inning, what should be here, as they bring in new pitching as Andy McClellan comes in to close this one out. It closes the performance of Griffin Malik, who gave up 1 hit and 1 run. And they're going to try and get people going back on the bus here if you're the Orangemen, trying to close this one out. Had some fun the last couple innings. With the bats on their side, they were able to get 4 runs, 7 runs, and 9 runs. And they had a couple extras in there at the end, getting some hits as well. Coming into this one, this is a Avier Jackson, who fouled that one. And you can kind of see when we were talking about Keika out there in the outfield, you can see there's some mud in that area, even where he's standing. Yeah, a little more mud there than the other areas in the outfield, so probably why he turned that ankle a little bit. Real soft out there. And we start this inning off with a walk to get on base. Giving some love to Andy, who gives up his first walk. And the nice thing is he doesn't have a lot of pressure coming in 20 to 1. I give him 21 odds that he's going to win this game. 21. How you betting by the end of the night, Peter? He's got to straighten this one back out. He looks over to the base. I think we got a new, I don't know his name. He gave a little, like he had the ball, to get the runner back. Let's see, who was that? Nathan Englehart at first, who had come in to hit. He went through the motions like he had the ball coming to him. Vang up to hit. And he's watching that one for a strike. Got that one out as he gets Vang. Looking over my Fleury's Cafe Player of the Game information, and it'll be, there's a lot of offense to choose from. Fleury's Cafe right in Cuyahoga Falls. I could tell you right now, I could use a warm signature pancake. Anything that's pretty warm, I would take. Probably a warm cup of their coffee would be fantastic too. But Fleury's Cafe right there in Cuyahoga Falls, home of the signature pancake, and that's why we get our signature player of the games from them. And looking over the stats, certainly you could go pitching wise as giving up just one run, but you got a lot of offense on the other side with 20 runs up on the board. And it's kind of looking at, do you want the guy that had a couple singles, doubles? They had a nice inning there where they had 3 doubles to keep things going. And he watches that one come through. So there's the second out, and that goes back to the top of the order. Michael Grimmett. He's going to hopefully keep things going. He's gone into the 1-3 and got thrown out. Fielder's choice in the third inning. Up here in the 5th. When you look on the other side for the Dragons, they had one bright spot, and it was a good one. Nice hit by Trey Keika. Gets on base, then a wild pitch gets him to second. And then a fielder's choice gets him to third, and then another wild pitch. It gets him in for the only run that the Dragons had in this ball game. This one coming at us, Peter. Get your glove on. That's going to go over our, almost bounce back to us. In between us and the soccer stadium. They got brick, we got wood. We learned from the 3 Little Pigs that brick is a lot better. So that's why I was coming back towards us. 2 strikes now on Grimmett as he fouled that one back and looking to end this one. He's going to do it. He's going to run it out. And that'll do it here from the University of Akron as McKellen closes the game out. 20-1 victory for the Ellet Orangemen. Our Fleury's Cafe player of the game. I went with Joe Williams. Had 2 runs, 3 hits. Had that beautiful hit for the double, as well as a triple there in the 4th and 5th inning, respectively. So Joe Williams, our Fleury's Cafe player of the game. Congratulations to him. We want to thank all those that helped make this broadcast possible. For Brian Rittenhouse, thank you. He's our producer back in the studio. Joe Bukansky, who decided not to come to work today, we thank him because we got a nice cold game in here at his alma mater. Could have had some good stories from him, I'm sure. I want to thank Peter George, our snowman cameraman next to me, and I'm Dave Schick. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.